The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. We have some breaking news. House Deputy Speaker Boying Rimulya has accepted the offer to be the next Justice Secretary under the incoming administration of presumptive President Bongbong Marcos. Stay tuned here on One News for more details on this development. Meanwhile, Congress will begin canvassing votes for the presidential and vice presidential candidates by tomorrow. And with that, lawmakers have facilitated the transfer of ballot boxes from the Senate to the House of Representatives. Here's the story.
Staff of the Senate were busy loading into 7 6x6 military trucks a total of 441 ballot boxes containing election returns and 167 ballot boxes containing certificates of canvass at the Senate grounds. At exactly 4 in the morning, the convoy carrying the ballot boxes left the Senate and headed to the House of Representatives.
Transfer namin, ita-transfer natin ng 167 ballot boxes of the certificate of canvass and 441 election returns papunta sa House of Representatives sa Batasan.
Retired Major General Rene Samonte, Senate Sergeant at Arms, said at least 19 vehicles from armed forces formed part of the convoy, along with 8 motorcycle escorts and 1 mobile from PNP.
Masiguro na safe ang ating secured ang ating paglilipat ng mga ballot boxes papunta sa House of Representatives sa Batasan.
Before 5 in the morning, the 7 military trucks containing 608 ballot boxes containing COCs and ERs arrived at the House of Representatives.
Wala naman tayong directly na natanggap na banta o kung anumang aktibidad na o kontra dito, pero gusto nating masiguro na kung sakaling meron man ay nakahanda ang ating mga kasamahan sa Armed Forces of the Philippines at saka sa Philippine National Police.
The COMELEC has started its probe into a video showing ballots and other election paraphernalia apparently discarded in Cavite. Faith Del Mundo has the report.
This post of a supposedly wet election paraphernalia at a vacant lot in Amadeo, Cavite has gone viral on social media. The source refused to be interviewed, but based on the photos, these election returns seem to be from Jose Rizal Elementary School in Tondo, Manila. According to PNP Amadeo, Cavite, it has yet to be confirmed whether the photos were indeed taken in their area.
Pagtanggap po namin ng report galing kay Ma'am Ruiz, yung election officer po dito, agad po namin binerify sa mga barangay dito, sa mga barangay captain kung may naka-receive sila or natanggap na report regarding sa sinasabing may tinago or iniwan na election return sa area namin. Pero so far po naman wala daw pong report sila natatanggap. Hindi pa rin po sigurado kung talagang sa Amadeo, Cavite yung sinasabi nung nag-post. Actually po, nag-message na rin kami sa nag-post para alamin sa kanya kung sinong friend niya yung nag-send sa kanya ng photos. Para according sa kanya po ay may nag-send lang sa kanya na friend na para inform lang yung COMELEC kung totoo po yung mga naiwan na returns doon. So which is hindi naman po namin, wala pong identification na talagang location po na Amadeo, Cavite.
The COMELEC says this has already been reported to them and they are now investigating the matter. For election watchdog Contradaya, there is clear irregularity if these are indeed authentic election paraphernalia used for the 2022 elections because there is supposed to be proper process for disposal and storage of ERs.
Hindi dapat yan agad-agaran dinidispose kasi kung may question dun sa resulta ng halalan, kung may magde-demand ng recount halimbawa, dapat properly secure yan. So merong storage facility yung COMELEC para itago yung mga BCM, yung mga balota, at pati yung mga printout ng mga election returns na yan. So kung tatanungin mo in terms of timeline, hindi ngayon ang panahon para i-dispose yan. At saka yung proper disposal would have to go through the standard process. Hindi yung pasimpleng ilalagay sa isang bakanteng lote, tapos hahayaan mo lang na mabasa. So there is some degree of irregularity dun sa sitwasyon. Pero yun na nga, kailangan pa nating lalo pang magpalalim para maintindihan kung bakit naroon yon at kung ito ba ay mga masasabi nating authentic talaga.
Contradaya believes that this incident should not be neglected.
Ginagawa po namin yung proper vetting and investigation. Sa kaso ng mga basang COMELEC election paraphernalia dun sa Amadeo, kailangan ng maingat at masusing investigasyon dito. At sa bahagi ng Contradaya, yun yung sinusubukan po talaga namin. This is a cause for concern kasi outside the Amadeo case, we've already uncovered several instances of election fraud, and these are hardly anecdotal. In fact, merong systematic way para dun sa disinformation, particularly yung denialism tsaka yung red tagging, along with the breakdown of the vote counting machine. Pero as regards cause for panic,
For News 5, Faith Del Mundo, we are One News.
The COMELEC clarifies that the ballots found discarded in Amadeo, Cavite were not used in the May 9 elections. COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia insists that these ballots were only used for training purposes and did not contain actual votes. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The search continues for members of the cabinet under presumptive President Bongbong Marcos. Over the weekend, more names have been floated as potential secretaries. Marcos Jr. himself announced the nomination of his longtime spokesperson Vic Rodriguez as executive secretary under the incoming administration. Rodriguez has since accepted the nomination and has relinquished his post as Marcos' spokesperson to prepare for his new assignment. Rodriguez described as an honor to work under Marcos Jr., and he says he will serve the country with unquestioned devotion. The 48-year-old Rodriguez also served as a longtime chief of staff for Marcos. Meanwhile, Senator Amy Marcos urges her brother to seriously consider appointing ERC Chairman Agnes de Vañadera as the next Energy Secretary. This over de Vañadera's proposal to remove value-added tax from power generation charges, which Senator Marcos believes is a clear solution to lower electricity costs. Senator Marcos says de Vañadera's advice for the next administration makes her fit to become the next chief of the Energy Department. Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. The Senate and House of Representatives will resume their separate sessions this morning as they prepare to canvass the votes cast for President and Vice President on Tuesday. An NTF advisor says there is no need to close our borders over monkeypox. And after 13 long years, the UAAP cheer dance crown returns to FEU. And those are the top stories at this hour. Do join us again later at 11 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.